Hello, welcome. Good to have your company. Welcome to the world of Cruise1st TV. And this is where we make the holiday dreams happen. And by golly, do we need a holiday. Our team are working harder than ever to deliver the biggest range of cruise, stay and tour experiences around the world. And you'll think you'll agree that the package I have for you this time is outstanding. A tour of some of South America's finest cities and wonders, followed by a lengthy luxury cruise with Princess that brings us back to the UK. Along the way, you've got some stunning sights, authentic local experiences, and a breadth of travel people mostly just dream about. It's a 29-night journey in all, beginning on the 2nd of February next year. And your holiday starts with an incredible 6-night, fully escorted tour experience, full of natural wonders and all of the highlights. And your tour begins the moment you land. Here's our tour guide, Mark, with a tempting taster.
Welcome to Brazil and the bustling capital, Rio de Janeiro, home to white sand beaches and the world-famous carnival. Here you'll spend an overnight soaking up everything this incredible city has to offer. Your first day will give you time to explore at your own pace. Be sure to check out the famed Leblon, Ipanema and Copacabana beaches, or perhaps take a trip to the historic city of Petropolis to see the former summer palace of Emperor Pedro II. On day 2, you'll take a full-day tour of Rio. Here you'll have the opportunity to visit the most iconic attractions, starting with the Sugarloaf Mountain, some 396 meters above sea level. It offers panoramic views of the Lime, Copacabana and downtown districts. You'll then visit one of the new 7 wonders of the world and Rio's most visited tourist hotspot, Christ the Redeemer at Mount Corcovado. Then you'll get to see the spectacular statue up close and personal, whilst also taking in the most impressive panoramic views of the city. On day 3, you'll fly to Iguazu, where you'll spend 2 days discovering one of the 7 wonders of nature, the breathtaking Iguazu Falls, where you'll be mesmerized. You'll first journey to the Brazilian side of the falls to see the mammoth series of 275 waterfalls cascading over the precipice almost 2 miles wide and 250 feet deep. Walk into Devil's Throat Canyon, where the clouds of mist, thundering roar and 180-degree rainbows surround you. And the exploration continues on day 4 with an escorted tour of the Argentinian waterfalls, including an excursion through the Iguazu National Park on board an open-air ecological jungle train through the rainforest. You'll get the chance to enjoy an intimate encounter with the waterfalls and enchanting corners of the jungle before arriving at the Devil's Throat, the most imposing and beautiful fall. After a truly unforgettable experience in Iguazu, you'll then fly to Buenos Aires on day 5. Here you'll take a guided city tour to discover the full beauty of this vibrant historic city, including the stunning National Congress and May Square, plus the House of Government, the Metropolitan Cathedral, and one of opera's wonders of the world, the Colón Theatre. You'll go on to visit the traditional neighborhood of San Telmo to experience its magical atmosphere that will feel like you're going back in time. You'll stop at La Boca, famous for its picturesque and colorful architecture, and then continue towards Palermo before finally visiting La Recoleta, one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in the city. That evening, you'll enjoy dinner and a fabulous tango show. It's a truly spectacular tour, taking in some magnificent sights from Rio to Iguazu and on to Buenos Aires.
I love it. It looks so exotic, doesn't it? Thank you, Mark, for taking us through those highlights. Gives me the opportunity to watch as you do and see all the exciting highlights of a tour like that. I love something like that. Take me here, there, everywhere. A nice new adventure. But that, of course, is just part 1 of this fabulous offer, because it's now time for part 2, which is your cruise. And how about 22 nights of cruising? That's my kind of cruise. We're on board Majestic Princess for this one. This is going to be amazing. The greatest thing of this, of course, is that you've done all the big long-haul travel in this to actually go out and do the tour. So the rest of this cruise is not only a longer than average cruise, but it's bringing you back to Southampton in the UK. Happy days. I love it. Well, I say happy days, of course, no one wants the end of a holiday, but it's quite convenient that at the end of your holiday, you've just got to find your way home within the UK. So let's have a little look around Majestic Princess then. Of course, quintessential princess. The great thing is, if you've travelled on one princess ship, there are going to be those signatures throughout every single ship that you go on, which is great. And princess is a touch of luxury. It's about being looked after. It's about having a really lovely, chilled, relaxed time. It's about having great times as well. I mean, it's a very lively evening, or can be if you want it to be, in the evening on a princess cruise. But it's all about kind of taking life at a slightly different pace. And I have to say to you, if you think about the world around us, when you're on a cruise, it feels like you're on another planet, quite frankly, because you're away from the everyday, you're away from the realities of everyday life, I guess, actually. It's a true holiday in a very, very different way. I mean, sure, you can connect up with Wi-Fi and buy the packages and all the rest of it to stay connected, and you can be glued to the news 24 hours a day if you want to, but it's funny, when you are on a cruise, you talk a different language, you live a different life, everything is taken care of for you. You just sit back, relax and enjoy it. In fact, you feel totally spoiled. By the time you get home, you just think, in fact, maybe even before you arrive home on the very last day of your cruise, you've booked the next one because you kind of think, I love this way of life. It is so relaxing. And of course, on a 22-night cruise, what we're going to do essentially is do a bit of transatlantic crossing. So you're going to have some bigger times at sea, which is great, really, really good, because then you can really indulge and relax and slow down into that cruising pace of life. And just, you will have plenty of pinch me moments on a holiday like this, I can absolutely promise you. Of course, you've just done that very, very exciting tour, which has been pretty full on. There's lots of sights, lots of sounds, lots of travelling around. And here's your chance to really, really unwind and enjoy the relaxing cruise experience. In fact, the first day you get on board, we're staying on board overnight in Buenos Aires. Of course, you've already had some touring in Buenos Aires itself. If there's something else in particular you want to go and see, you want to go out and have a meal in a restaurant in the evening for the evening, you absolutely can, not a problem whatsoever. And then it's time for us to cruise off. First of all, we're going down to Montevideo in Uruguay. You can enjoy the wonderful old world charm here. There are excursions with Princess where you can go sightseeing. There are wineries nearby as well. They produce a champagne-like drink here as well, which is nice. Rio de Janeiro after a couple of days at sea, and there's a full day tour you can take here to take you up into the mountains, go and see the summer capital, Petropolis, and just enjoy the wonderful scenery. It's gorgeous. Then we take our transatlantic crossing over to the Canary Islands. Now, you know that we're guaranteed sunshine here, famous for its volcanic landscapes, the wonderful dunes, of course, and Las Palmas itself that you cruise into is really, really lovely to wander. Then we hop across to Tenerife in the Canaries, of course, Mount Teide there, of course, with its lovely scenery looking out from the volcanoes there. And there are wonderful tours that you can take around the national park from Santa Cruz itself, where you port into. Then another Canary Island, Lanzarote. We're doing them all, aren't we? It's great. I love the Canary Islands. Timon Fire, of course, is the main attraction here, the Fire Mountains, and there's lots more to enjoy. Of course, you might just be relaxing in the sunshine. A day at sea, and we hop across to North Africa, to Casablanca in Morocco, famous, of course, for the Hassan II Mosque, where Moorish meets modern culture there in the city, and lots of different shore excursion opportunities there. A day at sea, and our final port is La Coruña in Spain, in the northwest of Spain here. And if you think about the time of year that this is, it's wonderful to just get out there, enjoy the fresh air, and prepare for the last couple of days of your holiday, because you've got your final day at sea, and then we arrive back into Southampton. But what a holiday, because we're talking about 29 nights of holiday. And I know, listen, we are talking about February in 2027, so that's February next year, so it's a long time away. But if you book it today, then you can start looking forward to it today. I always think when you're doing a big adventure like this, you might have all of your cruises sorted for this year already. Maybe you haven't yet ventured into next year. Well, the great advantage of doing that right now is you can lock in a great price today, you can do it with a deposit, and you've got a big exciting plan in the diary already for next year. And think about it, February here in the UK, what's it like? Have you, you like me, snivelling with a bit of a cold, and you are ready to go off and do something completely and utterly different? Well, this is your chance. A stunning cruise and tour adventure, the best part of a month, which is just brilliant for a holiday. And the price tag, because you're probably thinking, okay, you've spent 10 minutes now winding me up to $7,000 each. No, have a look at this. This is so good. Really, really amazing. And this is what Cruise1st do so well. I mean, if that were just the flights and the 22-night full board cruise, you'd be very, very happy. And a low deposit today secures that and locks that price for you. Remember, we've done all of the arranging. We've done that. We've sorted that for you. So your flight out to Rio de Janeiro, that's sorted. That's included in there. And then as soon as you arrive, you've got that 6-night escorted tour with a full Rio de Janeiro tour, Sugarloaf Mountain, Christ the Redeemer, and then your flight to Iguazu to see those wonderful waterfalls. And you're getting to see them from the Brazilian side and the Argentinian side as well. You've also got a full tour of the national park too, and then you go into Buenos Aires itself. You have a full tour there with a tango dinner, and there's more to enjoy there before you start your 22 nights of cruising on Majestic Princess back to Southampton. Remember, that starts with an extra overnight in Buenos Aires as well, and you come home very gently, 22 nights via South America, the Canary Islands, Morocco and Spain. And have a look at the upgrade prices we've got for you as well, because they are absolutely superb. I have to say, massive hats off to our team for putting together, first of all, a nice lengthy holiday. And listen, I'm very, very well aware that when we're looking at holiday prices, we are looking at every pound very, very carefully. How far is that pound going? And I know when it comes to holidays, we're a little bit more flexible. You know, we will overspend a little bit on our holidays, but we still want to make sure that we are getting the greatest time, the greatest experience, and more importantly, the best deal. Now, you know, here at Cruise1st, we have been putting through these deals for over 25 years. So we've been in the cruise business for a long, long time. We have amazing relationships with all of the major cruise lines, every single one of them. On this one, we've teamed up, of course, with Princess Cruises. If you want to make that an all-inclusive affair, you absolutely can. There's Princess Plus that you can add onto your cruise if you want to. But what you've got essentially there is a massive, massive adventure to go and see some natural wonders, go and explore different cities that you've never ever seen before, and then take a cruise which is way beyond the average itinerary. I mean, not many people take 22-night cruises, because if I said to you, cold, 22-night cruise, you'd think, okay, well, I'm working my way towards a half-world cruise there, aren't I, really? That's a long time. But remember how good a cruise experience is. Remember how it's an escape from the everyday. It really gets you away. It forces you to relax and chill out and do those things that we don't do in everyday life. Go to the spa, have a rub down from the neck down, just lounge in a pool. Go to bed late, get up late, do all of those things that you want to while everything is being taken care of for you. Now listen, we have lots and lots of cruise, stay and tour experiences. You'll find them on our channel, of course. You'll find them on our YouTube channel as well. The shows will be there, and plenty on the website too at cruise1st.tv. Now listen, I won't have answered every single question about this holiday. You may have more questions. All you need to do, pick up the phone and give our team a call on 0800 953 4700, and they will help you and guide you all the way through booking one of these incredible experiences. Thanks for your company as always. Go get it booked, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.